Well, all right. So, how many of you guys out there go to the CES, the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas? Either go to it or follow it, or you just like to see all the latest and greatest gadgets and toys and just all the new technologies that are out there. Well, that's what the Consumer Electronics Show does. It's held out in Vegas every year, in January actually. And it's one of the biggest trade shows in the world, right? I mean, I forget how many square miles or whatever, however they rate it. It's just about in every venue out there. And you could be there for a week and still not see everything, right? It's one of those things. And business-wise, it's something that if you have something, you go out there. A lot of companies do this, and going to this one show could set you up for the rest of the year, right? A lot of times it's an opportunity if you want to partner with somebody, you want to showcase your new invention, or you're trying to get some investments in, some badly needed investments to continue your project, or launch your company, whatever it is. I mean, you can do it all there, right? So, and actually in the past, this was back 2005, 2006, 2007. That's back when I was doing product development in the electronics industry, and in consumer electronics and a bunch of other stuff. But I came out with some patented products. I came out, submitted in, and actually started winning some innovation awards, right? I won in 2005, 2006, and 2007, and that includes the best of innovations in 2006. So I had a blast out there, and yes, I still follow the CES. One of these days I'm going to go back. I haven't been back in a long time. If you ever get the chance, it's a good time. It's a good time to be at the CES, right, or in Vegas, right? So I was noticing that this year at the Consumer Electronics Show, seemed like there was a lot of AI, artificial intelligence, AI, and robotics were everywhere, right? It's becoming a thing. I mean, the past couple of years, it's really been going by leaps and bounds, and it's reaching off into every product, every service, it's everywhere, right? And in this case, I want to talk about the latest and greatest in lawn care. Yes, they had lawn care at the CES, and there was a lot of it. The deal is there's a lot of companies out there with a lot of robotic mowers now. And now they've been around for a while. Don't get me wrong. They've been around for a while, like Husqvarna. They have a load of robotic, mowers from way back, and they have a huge selection still, but they're still there. They were at the CES, and they're showing the latest and greatest. Now there's a lot of other companies that were, I guess they're in robotics already. It's like the vacuum, robotic vacuums, and even pool cleaners. Well, they already have their hands on the robotics, and now they're starting to bleed off into mowers and everything for like a whole home automation, robotic home care, right? And that includes mowers. And a lot of those early ones, they were kind of plagued with the need for having boundary wires, right? That's the only way they could. They have the sensors, and it reaches near a wire, and so it'll divert the path, just like having a dog, a pet wire, around your yard or something. Well, that's the way they did it, right? And they were still, I guess they were plagued with that. They were plagued with very high costs. I think they're still, pretty costly, but I think the prices are going to go down, start going down. And they're adding new features and all that good stuff to it. And I guess there's one thing that I always worry about too is theft. You really can't set it out in your front yard and without your eyes on it, right? It's way too easy for somebody just to jump out, grab it, and run, right? So you're kind of isolated to your backyard. You can, if you have a big backyard, it's great. You can set it up out there and let it do it, do its thing. But I still don't trust. Sorry to say, I don't trust a lot of people with stuff like that running around the yard. Somebody's going to try to steal it, right? Especially when you've shelled out $2,000, $3,000, or $4,000 for one. But that being said, let's take a look at some of them that popped open at the CES. So I think I can cover some of the mowers that are popping up around at the CES, and I'll start with this one because this one kind of confused me at first. EcoFlow blade, and when I was searching, then I noticed, well, this is for 2023. This was actually last year's. But the EcoFlow blade and EcoFlow, I just wanted to mention these because it looks like they've garnered some attention from quite a few products. This one, EcoFlow, wins the Time Best Inventions 2023 award. And it is a portable refrigerator. And it says the Time Best Innovations 2023. This was published in December 18th, 2023. So I don't know if this had anything to do with the CES or not. Here we go. EcoFlow Glacier also received the CES 2023 Innovations Awards honoree and a Good Design Award winner. But was this for the January 2024 CES, or I don't see why they published this way at the end of the year. But anyway, and here this one is the 2024, and it's a house battery generator, and looks like they won an innovation award for that too. So this company, I just wanted to point out the EcoFlow blade, but it looks like they're garnering a lot of attention off of quite a few of their products. So I thought it was mentionable. So let's move on. So another one, Segway. I guess everybody's heard of Segway from the past, with their scooters and autonomous little vehicles and robotics and whatnot. They unveiled its new autonomous robotic lawnmower, the Navimo I series, and as we scan through, you can see there's been a lot of articles written on this. Let's get rid of that. And so there's been some news coverage. Segway rolls into CES with upgraded robot lawnmower. And it looks like they're already on the market. And so around $2,000, give or take a few, depending on, I guess, which model you get. But that seems about par for all the prices on this stuff. And Segway's kind of a well-known brand. And let's move on. So another one is called the Mammotion. I guess that's the name of the company. And the models they have, the Luba, they have two-wheel drive and all-wheel drive versions, different levels, and they are on the market. Let's see, here's their website. Yeah, you can pre-order them now, and you can see they're ranging from $2,000 up to $4,000. And well, they debuted their little mowers at the CES also. And let's see, let's scan through a bunch of these first and we'll talk about them later. This next one is the Aper Horizon U1 Limitless Vision, and you can see over here if you pay close attention to a lot of these mowers, you can see it's kind of consistently adding these little sensors and features and stuff, but we'll cover that in a second. You can see wireless boundary setup. These are some of the features that you should be looking for now. And as we scan through, they're all pretty consistent on what they're doing. It's a good looking little unit. And when you take a look, I don't see any pricing anywhere at this point. So I don't know if they're already on the market or can you pre-order them, anything like that. I do not know at this point. Yeah, they're not giving any clue on the website. Let's see, where to buy. Let's see what they say. Yeah, they're just saying if you're interested in purchasing products, for resale, list of digital sellers. So they'll be around. I haven't seen them on Amazon or anything yet, but you can probably find some of their other products, because when you scan down, this is a company that yeah, see, they do robotic pool cleaners. So this is a company, they've done other robotics, but in different, not mowers, but now they have their new Aper Horizon U1. So they are experienced with robotics, and they just came out with theirs. And let's go to the next one. This next one was the EcoVac GX600, and so as you can tell from the name, EcoVac, of course, they've come out with other stuff before. Let's see. And mainly, in the whole home robotics stuff, which includes a lot of other products. So they've done, let's see, the auto empty station, handheld stick vacuum, the EcoVac stuff, the WinBot robot, window cleaner. Yeah, I wonder how that works. But and there's their Goat GX600, the robot lawnmower. So they had all this at the CES to show. Let's go to their website and take a look. Yeah, that looks very similar, huh? And it just says coming soon. Please stay tuned. So not on the market yet, but they were shown at the CES, and you can see up here where there's a lot of sensors and a lot of the same features that the latest and greatest are coming out with. And there's quite a few of them, like the Lawn Meister, the Landroid Vision, Optimo AI mower. Let's take a look at one of these. Optimo AI mower. Let's see what pops up. Well, I don't see Optimo, but there's some stuff here from Greenworks. Here's that Mammotion that we were looking at before, and you can see the price points. Greenworks, that's probably one of the lowest I've seen so far at $1,500, but the rest of them seem to hover around $2,000, give or take a few. Oh, so it is a Greenworks mower, the Pro Optimo AI mower. So, okay, so that was Greenworks entry into it. So these were just a few of them, and I'm sure there were many more that were shown at the CES, and there'll be a many more, opening in 2024. Yeah, so if you're looking for one, a lot of these mowers, they're coming out with a lot of advanced features, and they're slowly becoming they've upped the ante as far as industry standard goes, right? When you're looking at one, so I made a little list, and a lot of them make sure that they use GPS and some kind of the GPS, a lidar, or some kind of visual system, a visioning system, and that's so that it'll help it locate and position itself, and instead of using a boundary wire, so it'll know its boundaries. It can go around. It can go around objects so that you won't run over a kid's toy or some rodent or a pet, or run over your kid's toes, or whatever, or just drive off into the pool, right? So that's probably a must, right? A lot of them already have a low battery return. And most of them already do, right? Even from way back. So if it's out there, roaming around cutting the grass, and it gets low on a battery charge, then it'll run back over to its docking station and recharge. And while it's charging, a lot of them, they're saying you can mow up to about half an acre, right? Give or take a penny, but. And that's not bad, if you have a half acre backyard, I mean, that's pretty good size, right? But they'll need to be some kind of waterproof or water resistant, while it's out there in the yard. And a lot of them are touting now. Some have 2-wheel drive, some are 4-wheel drive, and they can handle slopes on a hill of up to 40 degrees, right? So take that into account. If you have a good flat yard, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you do have a pretty hilly yard, then look for that. Make sure it has enough power, and possibly a 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive system that'll push it along, right? So, and that's just in a nutshell. That's just some of the stuff out there. So, yeah, if you're looking for one, look for these features, and then compare the prices, right? That way you'll know that you're comparing apples to apples, right? You're not comparing a high end one with the low end that actually has a higher price, right? You don't want that. Now, a lot of these robotics, they're not just in mowers anymore. They're reaching off into the larger agricultural equipment too, right? And there were a few companies showcasing their stuff, namely one that I saw. It was Kubota, and this was a first time, their first time appearance at the CES, and they had a concept electric tractor, and don't know what they're going to do with it, but this was their first case showing, and given that they're at the CES, they have a lot to say. They have some high hopes coming up on some latest stuff. And John Deere, they showcased is an autonomous remote driving tractor, and it was fairly large. And Bobcat, they displayed an autonomous electric machine. I guess that's going to be their base unit, and then you have the different applications, implements, and stuff that you hook up to it. So that was just a few of them. Now, a lot of these, they're at the CES, but of course they're probably showing it off in their industry-specific trade shows also. So it might not be anything new to some of you guys out there. But just the fact that they're at the CES showcasing new technology, that's pretty huge, right? They're trying to make a statement. It's just like Kubota. I mean, a first time appearance there, that's a pretty large statement. That's a, you know, they apparently have something that they're wanting to show. And I guess the main thing, they also want to show that they're on top of things. You know, they're moving along, and they're going to have the latest and greatest out there, right? Yeah, so my prediction for 2024 is the rise of the robots. I think these robotic motors are going to make some big strides this year. A lot of new features, and there's a lot of competition now, so hopefully the prices will drop. And a lot of these companies, like, they're known names, you know, the Husqvarna, Greenworks, I forget all the guys that you've heard of before. But there are a lot of new ones out there, a lot of them that have the advanced technologies, but you know, brands that you've never heard of, right? So they're entering the market, and hopefully the prices will start to drop. I know it'll be a little while before the riding mowers and zero turns and all that. It'll be a little while longer before they start to drop in price. But I think they're on their way also. I just think the robotics are going to make some bigger moves, the robotics and autonomous features on these mowers. If you look at past products like the Roomba, you know, the indoor vacuum, robotic vacuum, it's just like that. Now they're everywhere, right? They have dropped in price. But I think the mowers are going to follow suit. But we'll wait and see. We'll see what hits the market this year. It'll be fun to play with, and hopefully they're just as effective as a mower, right? Like a regular mower. And I can't stress it enough. I guess you're going to be stuck with you know, isolating it to your backyard. I mean, after all, you don't want to go out to your front yard with a $2,500 or $3,000 robotic mower just to have it snatched up in seconds, right? I guess until they come up with some kind of deterrent, you know, I probably won't be buying one myself. You know, I'd love to test one out. I'll test it out in the backyard, but that's probably what I'll be doing. But yeah, it'll be fun to try them out though. I think they're pretty cool. So, well, I guess that is it for this video. That's my prediction for 2024. And as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and watch for my next video.